welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joy. So today I'm going to be getting ready. Actually, it's Thanksgiving Day and my turkey is in the oven as we speak, but I'll get ready right now with you guys and just share my story and my journey as a mom and a blogger. So Sunday is gonna make Arthur 1 year old, so I just want to tell you guys my journey, how it's been, and at the same time I will take you through my makeup routine. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, and you can always leave your comments in the description box below. So let's head into this video. I'm going to start off with my brows using this Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow Gel. It's my first time using it, so I'm just going to brush up my brows. Okay, so I had Arthur November 29 of 2019 around 8:05 a.m. to be precise. And oh my god, did my life change at that moment? It did actually change. So he was supposed to be due December 7th, and then my doctor had scheduled me for a C-section December 4th because I had a condition called low platelets, which meant I couldn't have an actual epidural because that was going to be very, very dangerous. Just filling my brows, I'm going to go in with this It's Brow Cosmetics. It's a brow power something. So little did I know that Arthur was going to decide to come before my scheduled C-section. So yeah, I went into labor and I was at home and I just thought, you know, I don't think it's labor. That was the early hours of November 29th. So I just didn't think that I needed to go to the hospital. So I just anyways, long story short, we ended up going to the hospital around 6 a.m. By the time I got checked in, the nurses there had checked me, the doctor, and she said I was 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, oh wow. Like, I didn't even think that I was going to be that far, like labor on my own that far at home. And one more thing, Arthur was breached, so I definitely had to still go with a C-section because they checked to see if he was still breached. And then they quickly wheeled me into the operating room, and I had to go under general anesthetics because I had that low platelets. So it wasn't medically, it wasn't safe to give me an epidural for that procedure. Hanging with this, my Milk Hydro Primer. So long story short, Arthur came out at 8 a.m. that same day. Well, I think I finally saw him like 3 hours later because I had to wake up from my anesthetics. Boy, did my life change after that. Oh my goodness. Like, you know, it wasn't an easy recovery at all. Of course, it was a C-section. And then yeah, my cousin came over from Atlanta. She said she just had this feeling because it was right after Thanksgiving, so she just had this urge to come and see us, George and I. So because George's mom was meant to come to help out. In Nigeria, we call it omugwo, where like a mom comes to help out with the newborn. So obviously George's mom had planned to come December 2nd against December 4th, but since Arthur came in earlier, we were by ourselves, and thank goodness my cousin actually came. NARS Foundation, my all-time favorite. So oh my god, we came back home. They had to keep us in the hospital because I think Arthur was his temperature was low, and then they just had to keep checking him. So eventually we came back home December 2nd, and my goodness, life has just transformed since then. It hasn't been easy at all, and I'm not going to lie to you and be here and be like, oh, I'm the best mom, I'm the super mom. Yeah, like God has actually helped me. I'm not gonna lie, because there are days that I cried my eyes out. There are days that I called George and said, we're never having any child again. I can't do this. This is the only child we're having. Like, I've had those difficult conversations where I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm doing this ever again. It's too much for me to handle. Okay, this is the palette I'm going to be trying. This is Natasha Denona palette. I'm going to be trying. It came in my BoxyCharm box for the month of November. Yes, I'm going to be trying these shades. They are very fall and I love. This is my very first palette from Natasha Denona, so I'm really excited. Yeah, so I didn't mention that George's mom eventually came and we were still in the hospital. So we all came back home December 2nd, and then my mom came because George's mom had to go back to Nigeria. She had an emergency, so my mom came when Arthur was 2 weeks old. And mind you, my mom was still working then, but now she's currently retired, so she had to go back. She stayed for just a month to help, which was very, very helpful, I'm not gonna lie. But oh, this palette is really nice. So my mom left when Arthur was 6 weeks old, and I'm going in with this shade. This is a shade that I use for my eyes, and then I'm going to go in with this shade for my crease. So I had no experience with newborn, so I don't even know what I was doing. Oh, I love this palette. Oh my goodness. So anyways, it was more like a trial and error kind of thing. So I had to like, and then just immediately my mom left, the whole lockdown thing started with coronavirus, and it was just awful. Like I didn't even have visitors over, I didn't have friends over, like, so it was just Arthur and I, and then George when he goes to work and come back. It was terrible. Like I would literally call George at work and cry and be like, I can't do this, it's too much for me, you know. And yeah, it was just a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. And then eventually with the lockdown and all, I'm like, I need to go back to my creativity, because while I was pregnant I was kind of like low-key because I'd had like previous miscarriages. So this third one I was just like, oh my god, I don't know if I wanted to be open about it, but I just wanted to be quiet and just make sure that everything was fine, which it did, thank goodness, because it's one on Sundays. I decided to start blogging to just keep myself company, because I was like, everything was just baby, you know, trying to navigate life with a newborn, which was really difficult, I'm not gonna lie. And with the lockdown, everything, new mom, I was stressed out for real. Like there was no denying, you know. So I decided to get back into my creativity, which I already did immediately. I had him just right when my mom was around. I had brands reaching out to me at that point, so I just took advantage of her being around to create content and just share, and she was very supportive with everything that I was doing, so that kind of helped me. I'm gonna go in with my NARS concealer. I love this. So yeah, I started creating, and then I began to understand his routine. It was really difficult. There were nights where like I just cried, I was alone with him, times when George would like travel, you know, so I was alone with him and I would just cry through the night because he was crying. I didn't know what was wrong with him. Like it was just really hard, and then I had to push myself into creating, because you can't wait for things to fall into place, to be honest. So what I just planned to do was just schedule my time, and you know, when George is available, I go shoot with my friend CJ. Then she was still here in Oklahoma, so I could go and shoot with her while George watched Arthur. You know, those are the things that I just started doing to get my sanity back. So it began to feel a little bit easier with, you know, my schedule. And then when he was like 3 months, that's when I started working with New York and Company. That's when they reached out to me about February. That's when they reached out to me to style their pieces. So I was like, oh my god, this is exciting. So I jumped on that offer, and then that kind of kept the ball rolling in terms of like my consistency with blogging and having to handle him as a newborn as well. And then I had to deal with like all his appointments. I started shooting multiple outfits because I couldn't just bank on when my friend would be available. So I would take like multiple outfits and just shoot and know that okay, once I'm home, even if I don't go out to shoot like in 2-3 weeks, and now I can focus on Arthur. Contour, I'm going to use this my Patricia Bright palette. It's been battered and hammered. I love this shade so much, so good. This is in dusk till dawn. So yeah, that's how I continued, you know, creating my content. And because we were stuck at home with the lockdown, I had to create ideas or create content from home. So I started doing like some of my styling series for my Instagram IGTV, and that's how I actually got around with doing makeup, because whenever I would do my makeup for my shoots, it would be so nice, and then I was like, why don't I just record it for content? So that's how I started recording my makeup looks for content as well, because I didn't have so much time to go out and take pictures for my blog. So each time I would get ready to take pictures for my blog, I would just record my makeup. So that's how I started getting makeup content. And then I saw that quite a number of people were really interested in my technique, and I was like, okay, I'm learning how to do like good makeup, why don't I just keep doing and sharing? And then that's just how, you know, I started having like affiliates programs reaching out to me, and then I joined Octoly. Octoly helped out. There'll be a separate video of the affiliate programs I'm on and how I get my brand collaborations with like brands like Becca and brands like Zuzulux and all of that. Like Becca Cosmetics has really helped me out. The more I created content, the more I found out that brands reached out to me. So I just stayed consistent, and you know, still dealing with Arthur and everything, but I'm just so glad that everything has worked out in terms of like his health. We didn't have any situation where we had to like take him to the hospital, except last week, which he just ran a fever, which I'm guessing like he was trying to have more teeth, but the doctor said no. She checked him out. We actually even checked for COVID, and he was negative. I was so better now, and I'm currently planning his party. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you must have seen or you saw like the process or everything that I have been doing so far. I'm gonna go with this Becca Ultimate Lip Definer. This is one of the products that I received from them. For my lips, I'm going to use the Becca Ultimate lipstick. This is what it looks like. I've shared it on my Instagram. This is my final look, Makeup Revolution spray, setting spray. This is my final look. For the most part, what I used to do at some point, I would wait when he's napping. I would quickly just set my tripod and just sit down and record. But yeah, in all, like, it's been really a testing time. At the same time, it's something that I have enjoyed. It has shown me the extent of my strength and what I can actually do, because a lot of people will be like, oh Joy, you're really trying, you have a child, and then you're just consistent in your blogging. And the truth is that I had to push myself. It wasn't easy at all. There were times that I'll be literally recording, and then he'll wake up from his nap. I have to like stop everything, go feed him. Like, it was a struggle. But yeah, I think at some point I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have any more child, you know, this is just the last child I'm gonna have. But I'm not gonna say that anymore. I'm gonna have one more, and then that will be it. Like, I want to have the number of children that I can take care of, and at the same time take care of myself, take care of my mental health, take care of my home, and take care of my husband. So I don't want to go about having so many kids, and you just know your energy span, you know what you can handle. And Arthur is a strong child, so like, he's so strong-willed that you need someone to like be there, like take care, like, and sometimes he can be very, very needy. So like, those things I had to just balance out. And so far 1 year hasn't been bad at all. I don't regret anything. If anything, I've even grown more. My business has grown, my blogging has grown. Like, so much has just happened within this 1 year that I'm truly grateful for, you know. So yeah, let me head out and go check my turkey in the oven. But I hope you guys had a good, wonderful Thanksgiving day. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can leave your comments and any suggestion you have in the description box below. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Chat soon. Bye.